You and I as the Israelites have to war within yourselves and against your own fleshly lust. You have to war with worldly temptation. With all the spiritual energy you can muster, war for the kingdom of Yah.
We aim and shoot scriptural bullets at demon troops. I'm just spitting truth. Look at yourself if it's staying you. Release yourself from the lies and the doctrine you clinging to. Repenting mean the path that you walking, you see it through. That mean you gotta switch up your people, leaving the crew. That mean you gotta watch what you say and watch what you do. But until you see the truth.
All right, all praises, all praises, all praises. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Shabbat shalom to everyone in the house of Israel. Thank you for joining us. All praises to the Most High. We give him glory and honor and thanks for what he has done, sending his Messiah and the work that the Messiah has done on the cross, saving the children of Israel, giving us the opportunity to come back into the fold. All praises for that. We're going to get right into the lesson. Lesson title was Taskmasters and Officers. Taskmasters and Officers. All right. Now, this here American captivity, i.e., the experience is reminiscent of the Egyptian captivity, especially in terms of how we live today in this captivity. Because in the Egyptian captivity, there was no chains, were there? No chains. But in the Egyptian captivity, there wasn't any chains either, right? So there wasn't no restrictive movements within the borders of our Egyptian captivity. There's no restrictive movements within the borders, for the most part, within the United States of America. But somehow people equate that. They equate those physical chains with simply meaning, oh, that was slavery back then. They somehow forget what equates slavery now, institutional racism, and other things that affect our daily lives on a daily basis. Now, in Egypt, we had taskmasters, we had officers. And what they did was they bridged the gap between the ruling class of the Egyptians and the Israelites that were in servitude. Today, we call those taskmasters and those officers politicians. Call them those are your community leaders, or check this out, your pastors, right? And I don't just want to harp on the Christian pastor. I mean pastors within the Israelite community as well. Those shepherds that bridge the gap to make it okay for you to live with the mindset of being a captive. Let's go to Exodus, the first chapter, and the 9th verse.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Come on,
let us deal wisely with them,
mm-hmm.
lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies,
mm-hmm.
and fight against us.
Come on.
And so get them up out of the land.
Let's get these folks up out of our land, right? Come on.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens.
Read that part again.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens.
So this was strategic, right? This was strategic. Let's set over them taskmasters, and let's find men, sometimes of their own nation, to set over them, to keep them in a captive mind state, and to make their progress hard. So we're going to put burdens over them. Come on.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Come on.
No, one part. And they built for Pharaoh treasured cities, Pithom and Ramses. 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
Read.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
And they were grieved because they couldn't understand what stopped us. Now, we see remnants of this today. It's set in a different way, but we still see the same concerns that the Egyptians had that the Americans have today. What do I mean? In the United States, the highest fertility rates per 1,000 women ages 15 to 44 nationally as of 2024. The average of Hispanic women is 64.4%. The average of Black women are 47.5%. The average white women in America within the same age group is 47.2%. We win in the baby race. That's why you see ICE agents masked up running out here snatching people, throwing. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can't beat us with having children. We outpacing them with having babies. You understand what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics is having babies at a phenomenal rate. Can't stop us having. That's one thing we can do is make some babies. We can't do nothing else. We're gonna make some babies. Broke, busted, and disgusted. Well, best go in here and make a baby.
Nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. Ain't got no money. Go make a baby. Why you think you seeing ICE agents jump? Why you think you seeing ICE agents running folks down? Huh?
You know,
We outpacing them in terms of they see the future. 30 years from now, everybody gonna be speaking Spanish. Hola, hola. These folks won't stop having babies. 67% Hispanic women, 64%, I'm sorry, Hispanic women, 57% black women in the United States, a whopping 47.2% under that, and we're outpacing them. They can't keep up in terms of having children. Verse 12 again.
But the more they afflict them, the more they multiply.
The more they afflict us, the more we grow. Come on.
And grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Grieved because of the children of Israel. What verse we at? 13.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve vigor.
Rigor.
Rigor.
Say it again.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, making their lives harder. But maybe if we give them more work, the men will stay off of them. They'll be too tired when they get home to make babies. Y'all have to understand there's nothing new under the sun. In America, they say, if we keep them broke, busted, and disgusted, keep them in poverty, if we keep them without jobs, maybe then they'll be so depressed they won't be having babies. But the more they depress us, the more children we have. So let's implement all kind of homosexual programs. Let's implement. Let's say the homosexual. Let's start with the children and say the homosexuality is all right. Let's have drag queens, drag queen day, reading for the babies in school. Let's normalize being homosexual. Maybe that'll slow the growth rate down with having babies. Maybe that'll slow it up. Let's implement some type of laws and put them on the books so we can start dragging them off to jail. Maybe that'll slow up when them having babies. It ain't working. Verse 13 again.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Come on.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field.
In all manner of service in the field, read.
All their service within they made them serve was with rigor.
So everything, every which way you turn, was served with rigor. So what do that means in terms of this new Egypt? Everywhere you turn, as far as your work, your career, your schooling, in terms of child support services, we're gonna put that in the government some kind of way, and we're gonna make things extremely stressful, extremely hard for brothers to get licenses and to find jobs, and we're gonna make this thing very difficult for them. This is, what is this called? Institutional racism. Because you no longer can put your finger on it. You can't say that's racist. That's racist right there. You can't say that right there because they put it in their laws now. They put it in their laws in such a way where it's cunning. They put it in the laws in such a way where it is harder. It makes it harder or difficult for you to do certain things because it's on the law books. It's on the law books. They integrate that into society. Now, rigor is described as a condition of stiffness or strictness. It frequently refers to the process of adhering absolutely to a certain constraint, or a practice of maintaining strict consistency with certain predefined parameters. It is defined basically as hardship. They're going to make it hard for you. No matter what you do, they want to make it hard for you. What verse are we at?
That was 14.
That was 14? Okay, now let's get 14 again. I want to say something about institutional racism.
This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor.
With rigor. This is the process of what we now call institutional racism. It is the perpetuation of discrimination on the basis of your race. It is implemented in the political structure, the economic structure, the legal system, the educational system. All of these institutions, it is placed in there, or to keep you and I from making certain achievements, right? So let's go to Exodus 5 and 10. Exodus 5 and 10. Because the use of not only politicians, not only community leaders, but the use of false teachers as well. You would not believe how many folk is getting paid for starting confusion within the Israelite community. Y'all don't believe that? They getting a check. Trust and believe they getting a check. What did they call that back in the day? Well, they did that to the Black Panthers and to the, what did they call that? There was a term they had for it. What is it? COINTELPRO. That's it. Thank you. The COINTELPRO. You better believe they got brothers that they done pulled to the side. Hey, you make a little bit of money. And all you got to do is go in there and stir up a little bit of trouble. Cause a little bit of doubt. That's all you got to do. Exodus 5 and 10.
And it reads,
And
the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get your straw where ye can find it. Ye not aught of your work shall be diminished.
Mm-hmm.
So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw.
Read.
And the taskmasters hastened them, saying, fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw.
Mm-hmm.
And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten, and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your tasks in making brick both yesterday and today, as heretofore?
So these officers, and many of these taskmasters were Israelites. They were Israelites. They were set over the Israelites. So when I said taskmasters, perhaps people was thinking, oh, these are the Egyptians just set over the Israelites. No. These taskmasters and these officers were your fellow Israelites set up over Israelites. Go to 5 and 15.
Let's look at Exodus chapter 5 and verse 15. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants?
Mm-hmm.
There is no straw given unto thy servants. And they say to us, make brick. And behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thy own people.
The fault is in thy own people, not in our people, but in your people. This is how you know that the officers and the taskmasters were of the children of Israel, and not the Egyptians. Let's get Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah chapter 23. Jeremiah chapter 23 and go to verse 1. Because we always, many of us often use this particular scripture. We'll use this particular scripture as a go-to scripture to talk about the Christian pastor. You understand? But I want to change your mind, your way of thinking today, because this is not talking about Christian pastors. This is talking about your own people right here. This is talking about Israelites. Jeremiah 23 and 1.
And it reads, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, saith the Lord.
So read it again.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
So a pastor is a shepherd, somebody who shepherds a flock, right? So Jeremiah here is talking not about as we used to use this a lot to talk about the Christian pastors, as I said, but you can see very clearly this is not talking about any other. This is talking about the flock of Yah. This is talking about the flock of the Most High Yah. And what has happened now, and we can clearly see that there are certain men that are crept up in our assemblies that are now being set up to scatter the flock. And it's been kind of my talk for the last 2 or 3 weeks, kind of my talk, because I see it coming. I see these men abusing novice people that's not really familiar with the word of, or not understanding that doesn't have a good understanding as of yet, or some new believers that's coming in. I see these men being very dangerous, and I can see that the enemy is using them to scatter the flock of God. You can see it very plainly. You can see it. These are the pastors that Jeremiah is talking about. These are the shepherds that Jeremiah is talking about. Let's read it one more time, and then we're going to go to verse 2.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Come on,
saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people.
Against the shepherds that's feeding my people. Read.
Ye have scattered my flock
Uh-huh.
and driven them away.
And you've driven. Somebody got to pay for that. Somebody got to pay for that. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand teachers. I don't understand people that's not careful with what you say. You don't understand you handling the Most High's word. You understand? I don't understand how you not careful with that. And how you not careful with what you saying to that wee one right there. That's the Most High's servant right there. How you not careful with what you saying to them? How you not careful not to mislead them? Don't you think there's a penalty to pay for that? Read on. And he have what?
And have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
Don't think just because you woke up the next day and nothing happened, it's nothing going to happen to you. He said, I'm going to visit the evil upon your doing. Come on.
Saith the Lord. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them.
Read.
And will bring them again to their folds.
Read.
And they shall be fruitful and increase.
You know what that tells you right there? Because even though there is terrible pastors or terrible teachers, but there's some good pastors and there's some good teachers. Because he said here, I'm going to gather them from all the countries where I sent them. Meaning that there's going to be men that's in this truth, hard down, ready to go, and teaching the true word of the Most High. Come on.
4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
Read it again.
And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
Which shall feed them. Read.
And they shall fear no more.
Come on.
Nor be dismayed.
Come on.
Neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord.
And neither shall they be lacking in their understanding. Exodus 5:17.
It's book of Exodus chapter 5 and verse 17.
Come on.
But he said, Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord.
Come on.
Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that there were an evil case, after it was said, Ye shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task.
Of your daily task. It was a big read verse 9 again, because I want to show you something here. Verse 19, I'm sorry. Read again.
Exodus chapter 5, verse 19. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case.
They were in an evil case. They did say that, man, we stuck between a brick and a hard place, so to speak. They were in an evil case. Come on.
After it was said,
Ye
shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task.
Of your daily task, meaning they understood that this is, for the lack of a better word, institutional racism. They dare set against us. They dare set against us. Go to Psalms 83 and 3. Because there's one big conspiracy, even today, one big conspiracy. Psalms 83 and 3.
And it reads, They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Come on.
They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So how many of y'all believe that this type of thought process has stopped, has ended?
Nope.
You know it haven't when you got somebody wearing your name that ain't even you in your land.
All
right. And if you notice, they always say that those Ashkenazis, who I'm talking about, They never directly say. Have you ever noticed they never directly say to the children of Israel? Have you ever noticed that? They never directly say to the children of Israel. They'll say things like we're Israeli. Or they'll say we're Jews. Or Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're Jewish. They never ever directly say, oh, we're the children of Israel. They say things and let you assume. Let you assume that they are. Isaiah 29:15.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, and verse 15.
Whoa, come on.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark.
Their works are in the dark. Read.
And they say, who seeth us?
Who seeth us? Come on.
And who knoweth us?
And who know what we doing? Who seeth us? And who know what we doing? We can take this crafty counsel and go far. For years, we had community services and outreach programs such as the Urban League and the NAACP. They made some strides. Now you have you don't even have them no more. Black Lives Matter. You don't have them. Anybody heard anything from Black Lives Matter? They got their money in dip, right? They got paid and pound, they gone, right? So Black Lives really didn't matter to them. That green paper mattered. Right? So you have all of these community organizations that's been set up over our people that really haven't done anything, so to speak, really for our people. Have they not? No, they have not. Have they not? You know why? Because they didn't have a moral program for our people, right? What the Bible has is something we can follow. The Bible has something that we can follow. We can open this book and we see this is the words of the Most High, and we can live by this and we can follow this right here. The NAACP didn't have that. The Urban League didn't have that. Black Lives Matter didn't have that. Let's get Acts 7:19.
Let's look at Acts chapter 7, verse 19. The same dealt subtly with our kindred.
This is talking about the Egyptians versus the American society today. This is just the same way they deal with us in American society today. They dealt with us in Egypt. Read it again.
The same dealt subtly with our kindred, and evil entreated our fathers.
They evilly entreated our fathers. They entreat us evil. Come on.
So that they cast out their young children to the end they might not live.
And so they cast out their young children to the end that they might not live. We just heard the statistics on how many babies that are being born versus how many babies are being born by white America, right? So what are some of the things that they do to cast out our children that they might not live? Anybody know anything that they can think of off top?
Put Planned Parenthood in every hood.
Planned Parenthood in every hood. That's right. And promote abortion. It's my body. I do what I want to. You should have kept your legs closed. Should have did that. To deal subtly or subtly means to have it done in an indirect way. In an indirect way, it's in a way that seems good for you, but it's indirectly harmful to you, because they'll say things like, "It's not about the abortion; it's about the health care." Have you heard that? It's about women's health. It ain't about the abortion. Well, how come you breaking up them numbers on abortion then? You understand what I'm saying? And some folks are using that abortion clinic like it's birth control. Instead of keeping your daughters close and doing what the Bible say, not giving them much liberty. The Bible say your daughter don't need that much freedom. What your daughter need that much freedom for? I need to keep my eye on you. Listen, I got daughters, man. When they was coming up, they be wanting to go to little school parties and stuff like that. And I'll be like, please, Daddy, please, can I? Please, I'm just gonna die if I don't go. I said, yeah. I said, go. Yeah, you go to the party. Oh yeah, I go to the party. They look up and I'll be right there in the party.
I'm talking about.
I do.
Yes.
Didn't I?
Bring it out.
I mean,
Bring it out. Yeah.
I'll be right there in the party like that. You turn around like, oh, what you doing here? You at the party? I'm at the party. Don't have fun. I'm at the party with you. That's right. Everybody knew me. All their little friends knew me. They all knew me. Yeah. Your daddy here. Yeah. You don't let mine have that much freedom. You got too much freedom. I got to keep my eye on you. You don't come back home to me and be swole and the joker gone. Belly all swole and he gone.
Bring it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to keep my eye on you. And that's just the way it is. Got to keep my eye on you. Girls be slick too. People be trying to think well, my daughter ain't gonna do this. Yeah, your daughter. Your daughter, fast in the behind, hot tail daughter. Your daughter. That's right. All right. I see some of the girls want me to get off this. Go to Job 13 and 4. Job 13 and 4.
And it reads, but ye are forgers of lies.
But ye are forgers of lies. Read.
Ye are all physicians of no value.
You are all physicians of no value to us. There's nothing new under the sun. The more things you say have changed, the more things stay the same. Yes. Exodus 1 and 15. Exodus 1 and 15.
It reads, and the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah.
Come on.
And the name of the other Puah.
And
he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
Read it again.
And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools,
and see if up on the stool. When they sit up on the stools, come on.
If it be a son,
if it's a boy,
then ye shall kill him.
And then why you think the Egyptians do? Why you think they saying if it's a boy, kill him?
That's another able body. That's another soldier.
That's another soldier of war right there. That's your protection right there. That's your covering right there. But many of Israelite women today, they act like they hate the men. I could do better, but I don't need you. Nigga, I don't. That neck be going like this.
Bring it up.
I'm saying that neck go like this, and came in this world. I do this. Listen. 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 You You throwing away your protection. You fighting, you bucking up against your covering. Listen, I had the women in my house. You had to go through me, literally go through me to get to them. I was no longer breathing if you got to them. I got to be no longer breathing. I'm out of this world. I'm no longer in this world if you got to my wife and my daughters. Because I'm the protector of this house. When I hear noise, I'm going to hear the noise. Nowadays, I hear the man's pulling the cover up, talking about, baby, go see what that is.
Bring it out.
And I'm gonna tell y'all women something, and y'all girls something in here. If you ever get a man and he pull the cover up and say, baby, you go see, you need to get out of there.
Yep.
It's probably too late at that point.
Probably too late at that point. You got some problems on your hands. You got some problems on your hands. Listen. I remember one time me and Maisha was in Detroit. And I ain't gonna say who it is because folks know who I'm talking about. The brother said, boom, 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 somebody at the door, and they was arguing with somebody. He threw his wife out and locked the door.
Oh no. What?
He threw his wife outside. Go deal with it. Threw it outside and locked the door. And then stood at the door and then looked at me and was like, it's a trip, ain't it? I said, no, nigga, you a trip. Open up the door and get your woman. What? He threw his wife out. Go see what he wants and locked the door. Yeah. Listen, you gotta know that's what I always say. When I do marriage consultations, you better know what you're getting into. You better know what's happening before you get into it. And that goes on both sides, because you might got you a monster either way. You know, so you get you a woman to have you on the rooftop, ready to go on the rooftop. You rather be with a lion and a dragon than to be with her. It goes both ways. Or get you something that ain't nothing. Get you a man that's shaking in your boots, shaking in his boot. He's scared, you scared. What you hear, baby? What you hear? He behind you, looking over your shoulder. You hear that, baby? Nothing. Won't pay a bill and won't fight. He won't pay a bill and won't fight. You in trouble. And then get over this truth talking about, I'm gonna get me another wife. You need to go sit. You can't deal with that one. You don't do good with that one. Let's sit your behind down somewhere. You don't need no wife at all. I'm sorry, where we at? I lost 16. My place. Where we at? 16.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
Mm-hmm.
But the midwives fear God,
uh-huh,
and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them,
mm-hmm,
but saved the men children alive.
All praises. They saved them. They saved the men children alive. Come on.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives,
uh-huh,
and said unto them, why have ye not done this thing, and have saved the men children alive?
Why ain't you killed them babies like I said? Come on.
And the midwives said unto Pharaoh,
uh-huh,
because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women.
Them Hebrew women ain't nothing like the Egyptian women. Come on, watch what she say about the Hebrew women. Come on.
For they are lively.
They are lively. They be done have. Read again. Read. Finish out the read.
And are delivered ere the midwives come in.
Before we can get to them, they be done had them babies and babies on their breast sucking. They gone. Like us. We had them babies. It take us 3 days to get up. The Hebrew women, they be done had them babies wrapped up inside them clothes. They be on the breast and be out there in the field picking up cotton. Straw.
Later on, it was cotton.
What'd you say?
Later on, it was cotton.
Yeah, later on, it was cotton. But in this case, it was straw. Mm-hmm. Them Hebrew women is lively. They be done had them, they just sit down on the birthing stool and they like, baby come out, woo, baby come out. Wrap that baby up, still umbilical cord still attached. They out there and get in the field. To be lively mean that they were vigorous, they were active in promoting birth of their own children. They didn't need no help. They sit on the birthing stool and grab that baby, pulling the baby on out by themselves. They lively. That's what that meant. They delivered themselves. They don't need no help. Verse 20.
Verse 20. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives,
mm-hmm.
and the people multiplied and waxed very mightily.
I mean, we just kept having them babies. Come on.
And it came to pass, because the midwives fear God, mm-hmm. that he made them houses. Mm-hmm. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.
So, and every daughter you should save alive. So this is what the Egyptian Pharaoh was telling the taskmasters and the overseers. Now we're about to see it. We're about to see this type of behavior again, because they had something called the eugenics program and selective breeding program here in the United States. It was the same thing as the Egyptians were doing. As a matter of fact, I want to get a letter that was quoted by Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood. And she wrote a letter to Dr. Clarence Gamble, December 10th, 1939. Let's see. She wrote a letter, and I didn't get this to IT, but I'm gonna read it. Hopefully, I can read it if I can see it.
You just send it to me.
Did I send it to you?
No, I said you can send it to me.
It is but it's quote by Margaret Sanger. Quote by Margaret Sanger. Letter to Dr. Gamble. Is that it?
Go to the top of yours. No, it's not it. Is that part of the letter that you want? I think this is the same letter. Where you want it to start?
I want where it started, Dear Dr. Gamble. That's what I want. December 10th, 1939, Dear Dr. Gamble.
No, I don't think it's the right one.
I can't see it.
Found it.
You found it?
Yep.
Okay.
Dear Dr. Gamble, it's good to know that you are recovering. I'm also stepping up and have felt much better the past week. Ms. Deep was here for Thanksgiving, and I am more than delighted to learn that she was able to get $250 from the California Birth Control Organization, plus the $600 from the Federation. That's good. She is a go-getter and a live wire. Very tactful and charming as well.
Drop down to there is only one thing.
There's only one thing that I would like to be in touch with, and that is the Negro Project of the South, which, if the execution of the details remain in Mrs. Ross's hands, my suggestions will not be confusing because she knows the way my mind works.
So this is the way her mind works. So she's telling you this is the way that her mind worked, and this is what they actively did. This is what they actively did. Come on.
Miss Ross sent me a copy of your letter of December 5th, and I note that you doubt it worthwhile to employ a full-time Negro physician. It seems to me, from my experience where I have been in North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas, that while the colored Negroes have great respect for white doctors, they can get closer to their own members and more or less lay their cards on the table, which means their ignorance, superstitions, and doubts. They do not do this with the white people, and if we can train the Negro doctor at the clinic, he can go among them with enthusiasm and with knowledge, which, I believe, will have far-reaching results among the colored people. His work, in my opinion, should be entirely with the Negro profession and the nurses, hospitals, social workers, as well as the county's white doctors. His success will depend upon his personality.
Watch this. And
his training by us.
And his training by us. We got to train all the Negro doctors, tell them what to say, what to do when they go within the Negro community. Read on.
The minister's work is also important, and also he should be trained, perhaps by the Federation, as to our ideas and the goal that we hope to reach.
So the black preacher, we got to train him to give him our ideas so he can let the folks know so our goals can be reached. Come on.
We do not want word to go out.
Watch this.
That we want to exterminate the Negro population.
We don't want that word to get out. We want to exterminate these Negroes, but we don't want that word to get out. So what we have to do is we have to implement our ideas into the institution from which they are happily ready to work with. We got to implement our ideas in there. What we want to make it cool to be gay, to make it cool to have an abortion, to make it cool to be a whore, to make it cool to have a wife and 3 mistresses, to make it cool. We gotta implement this into their society, and we got to do it smartly. So we got to have ministers on our side. We got to have doctors on our side because they don't trust us. But we got to train the ministers. We got to train the doctors to do what we want, to do our bidding. That's what she's saying. Y'all think this program was never implemented? Of course it was.
You want to finish that sentence?
Come on.
And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
If any of the idea of the more rebellious members, they say, we got to fuck up against this, the minister can be there to straighten it out, calm the situation down. All right, I think that's all I want out of that. Let's go back to the book. Nehemiah 4, the 4th chapter of Nehemiah.
Book of Nehemiah, chapter 4 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hear, O our God, for we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in a land of captivity.
Read.
And cover their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee, for they have provoked thee to anger before the builders.
Did you start at verse 4? That's fine. That's fine. Let's go back up to verse 1. Let's go back up to verse 1.
Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 1. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we built the wall, he was wroth.
He was wroth. So Sanballat is a man of another nation. The Jews the Israelites that came back from captivity, now they're starting to build Jerusalem back up. And they're starting to build the walls of Jerusalem back up, right? So now you have these other nations, they mad because they seeing us doing the work. Come on.
And took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spake before his brethren in the army of Samaria and said, What do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned?
Read.
Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they built, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall.
Even if a fox go up, is going to break down these stone walls. So they wishing all kind of hell on us. Come on.
Hear, O our God, for we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity, and cover not their iniquity,
Read.
and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee, for they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. 6. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof. For the people had a mind to work.
The people did what?
Had a mind to work.
That's the important part right there. We have to have a mind to work, to build together. Come on.
But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up, and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth.
They were mad because we had came together. The other nations was mad for what they seen. Come on.
And conspired all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it.
Read.
Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God and set a watch against them day and night because of them. And Judah said, the strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build the wall. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them, and slay them, and cause the work to cease.
Read.
And it came to pass, that when the Jews which dealt by them came, they said unto us 10 times, from all places whence ye shall return up to us, they will be upon you. Therefore set I in the lower places behind the wall, and on the higher places. I even set the people after their families, which their swords, their spears, and their bows.
This is how you work together. When you have folks working against us, he's showing us this how we work together as a people. Come on.
14. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses.
Come on.
And it came to pass, when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and God had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all of us to the wall, every one unto his work.
Come on.
And it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears, the shields.
So half of them went to work laying the bricks and building the wall. The other half stood behind them with the spears. Come on.
Both the spears, the shields, and the bows, and the habergeons. I don't know. And the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. They which built on the wall, they that bear burdens with those that laid. Every one with one of his hands wrought in the work.
Come on.
And the other had held a weapon.
And the other held a weapon.
And the other hand held a weapon.
The other hand held a weapon. Read.
For the builders, every one had his great sword girded by his side, and so builded. And he that sounded the trumpet was by me.
He that sounded the trumpet was by me. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 9. We're almost done. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 9.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 9.
Watch this.
But wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her.
Wisdom, if you use wisdom, it will deliver you from the pain from those who try to adversely affect you. Verse 15.
She delivered the righteous people and blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them.
From the nation that would try to oppress us, what wisdom does, it delivers us from the nature that tries to oppress. So it behooves us to use wisdom right now to get a seed bank together. It behooves us right now to learn everything we know about homesteading. It behooves us right now to learn everything we know about how to make sure we get clean water if it's not available. It behooves us right now if there's ever another crisis like that. Remember them dumb made up crises that folks was having for fighting each other at Walmart for toilet paper. That was the dumbest thing in the world. They fighting over toilet paper. You can't eat, drink, or protect yourself with toilet paper. They're stupid. They're stupid. Toilet paper can't save you. Oh, I need some. Oh, I gotta get cases and cases of toilet paper hitting each other in the head over toilet paper. We ain't got nothing to eat, but we can wipe our behinds. Ain't nothing gonna come out your behind. Ain't nothing going in your mouth. You got no food. But wisdom is what protects us from the pain that would attain upon us. We have to use wisdom. How to most of you under the sound of my voice, that is, probably ain't never slaughtered nothing. Ain't never hunted for nothing. Ain't never fished for nothing. Ain't never seen nothing slaughtered. What you gonna do when the grocery store is shut down? What you gonna do? Most of you can't identify plants when you see them. That's a medicinal plant right there. That's good right there. Most of you go out there and spray that that Roundup on some good old what you call weeds. Never knew that was a good heart plant right there. That dandelion plant. Scrape that up and get rid of that. Discard that. When you can scrape that up and put that in the salad. Good for your heart. Most of you don't know that. But this is what wisdom, this is what you should have just in case you're going to need those things. Not at the Walmart busting heads open on the toilet. Not that. If the water system go down, if you ain't got no water, you in trouble. Damn the toilet paper. There's no water. You got 3 to 7 days to figure this out. How long can the body last without water?
4.
Was it 4 days, 7 days, something like that?
It's not 7.
It's not 7, it's 4.
I believe.
4 days with absolutely not any water.
I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell us.
Yeah. So it behooves you to have wisdom to understand how to deliver yourself from this kind of pain. All right. Ezra, let's go to Ezra in the Old Testament. Ezra chapter 1, verse 4.
And it reads,
we're almost done once again. You get to say that 2 more times.
And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the man of his place help with him. Let the man of his place help him with silver and with gold and with goods and with beasts, beside the free will offering of the house of God that is in Jerusalem. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit God had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord, which is in Jerusalem. Come on. And all they that were about them straightened their hands with vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with beasts, and with precious things, beside all that was willingly offered.
So how do you build a nation, brothers and sisters. How do you build a nation? A nations that are prolific in certain areas of survival and things that we need to survive. James tells us, my brother, not to be many masters, not to be many masters, knowing that we shall receive a greater condemnation. So everybody in this, everyone in this truth, when you come to this truth, don't have to be a teacher necessarily, or a teacher that sits in front of a camera teaching. That everybody don't have to do that. You understand? But as a nation, in terms of a nation, we need master gardeners. We need those that understand the science of plants. We need herbal medicine doctors. We need master builders and developers. We need education educators and environmentalists. We need tailors and butchers and fishermen and gunsmiths and gun instructors. These are things that you need. Health instructors. These are things that you need to help build a nation. Help build a nation. This is our foundation. This is where it starts at. This Bible is where it starts at. This is our foundation. But we have to push past being ignorant about certain things. And start to learn everything we need to learn to help build us as a people and to help build us as a nation. All right? All praises to the Most High. We're going to leave it right there. Most High bless you. Heaven smile upon you and give you peace. Shalom. Shalom.
All right.
You and I as the Israelites, have to war within yourselves and against your own fleshly lust. You have to war with worldly temptation. With all the spiritual energy you can muster, war for the kingdom of Yah.
We aim and shoot scriptural bullets at demon troops. I'm just spitting truth. Look at yourself if it's staying you. Release yourself from the lies and the doctrine you clinging to. Repenting mean the path that you walk and you see it through. That mean you gotta switch up your people leaving the crew. That mean you gotta watch what you say and watch what you do. But until you see the truth.